Alright, what's going on, traders? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you exactly where I'm going to be shorting Bitcoin on a leverage trade. So let's start off with top-down analysis on the total market cap chart first, and then we'll go into Bitcoin and also in Ethereum. So what we can see right now is price is within this dealing range here, and also within this new dealing range down here as well. What we are expecting is for price to tap into a short-term region of around 3.56 to 3.46. That's our target number one for the total market cap chart. Our second target would be around 2.85 to 2.7. These are where we're looking for the total market cap chart to go towards, target 1 and target 2. However, in the short term, like you guys already know, we are in a long position in BTC. This is a short-term trade. Within the next 1 or 2 weeks, we're probably likely to close this. And then the longer-term trade, probably over the next month, is the short in BTC. So if we go into the daily, what we can see on the daily right now, and the call that I gave earlier this week was we were expecting the total market cap chart to tap into this fair value gap down here. We tapped it on Tuesday. However, we did not tap into this order block. I already had opened my BTC position when we tapped into this fair value gap. But for those that got in a bit lower, what a fantastic position that was, because we striped that position to the pinpoint T and then we moved up. So what I'm expecting now is for price to come into a key region. So we've already tapped into an OTE level of 61.8 to 78.6, but I am expecting price to move slightly higher within this region. If we can get the midpoint of this, that would be fantastic. But we can see on the 4-hour liquidity. There is a double top down here. So there's liquidity resting above. So I am expecting price to move higher into these key regions. What we may get is a slight pullback first. We've got this huge BTC candle. So what we can expect is for price to tap into this, take out the liquidity below down here, and then we move higher into this region. So that's what I'm expecting on the total market cap chart. Now, if we go into the BTC chart, let's see what we currently have. So let's start off with the weekly. What we were discussing on the weekly is price had been ranging within this area. We had this range, and then what price did was price took out liquidity. We had that spike. That's that spike down there. When price liquidated the highs down here, we came right back in and we've taken out liquidations of the lows down here. But we do have some key areas below that I am targeting. So let's see on the lower time frame what we can find. So on the daily, the call out that I gave was the market maker sell model at play. So we had the move up and then the move down. I was saying that there is a possibility of price getting taken out on the lows down here. However, even if it didn't, we would have still entered our long position. The entry was around 112,900. So what are we seeing right now? The targets that I want to see is the 61.8 to 78.6. This all depends on how the total market cap chart is going to move. But what we do know is we have mass liquidation at around 119 to 120K. So what you can see on the 4-hour is all these low resistance highs. We've already taken out this down here and we've come back in. Every time we do take out any liquidity, we do expect a pullback. So we've got this BTC candle that we've already tapped into. We could get a move a bit lower, and there is a possibility for a re-entry or a scaling entry for a long to continue higher. So what I would look for a re-entry or a scaling entry is an OTE between this region to this region. And I'll look to place a position around here with my stop loss at the same position, around 109,600. And then again, we're targeting short-term targets off around 61.8% level, which is around 119 to 120K. So that's a short-term buying opportunity. But what I'm more interested in right now is the short opportunity. So as I mentioned, there's a liquidity resting all above here. And if we also look on the liquidation heat map, we have major liquidity around 119K. So I'm expecting price to strike right into this region, and I will close majority of my position. I will hold probably 10 or 20% of my position in the scenario that we may get a slight pull higher that taps into 121K or even takes out these all-time highs. So what I want to see around this area is price slowing down. When we get a slowdown, I want to see price slow down either around the 121K or around 120, 119 to 120K. So if you get a move up, price starts to slow down, we get a break of market structure on the lower time frames. On the 4 hour, for example, we create a fair value gap or an order block, any form of key PD arrays, and we will enter on an OTE level for short. So this is where I'll short the position, and in terms of targets, we'll go in that into a second. So let's just remove all of this first. Right, so what we want to see is in terms of targets, just to add on one other thing, this market maker sell model is now completed, but we're currently in a new market maker buy model. So this is the sell side of the curve now, and we're currently in the buy side of the curve. So what we can expect is for price to come back up, come back up, come back up. If it takes out the highs, it doesn't matter. We're still going to be entering short. I'll give you an update on any signals and exactly where I'll be entering. So yeah, I want to see a slowdown around this region, like I said, and then we'll get this market maker sell model. Longer term, I am expecting the highs to get taken out. This is all short term for now, over the next 1 month, I would say. So what we would want to see is slow down here, and then we continue lower. In terms of our targets, let's look at key regions. So we know we have liquidation resting below down here. So if we go on the weekly time frame, let's see what we can find. So we know we've got areas around here of around 100K that I want to target. I'm interested around this region. The daily time frame probably shows a bit more liquidity, so you can see liquidations all below down here. So I'd probably look in the regions of around 100K for my target. That's probably the major target I'll look at. There are some fair value gaps at around 103K to 104K. So we will look and we will assess how the market will react around these key regions. As we move down, as we tap into these key PD arrays, we will be taking partials as we move down. So always keep that in mind. You need to pay yourself when you're in profit. Don't become greedy. So that's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin. I'll keep you guys updated on the long and also the short position. Now let's see Ethereum. So Ethereum is doing very well. So we've taken out the all-time highs on Ethereum, which has been fantastic. I called out this long position alongside the BTC position that I had running, and I am expecting price to probably move slightly higher. I know we've taken out these highs, but I am expecting price to also move slightly higher, and I would then be looking for a short trade. And this all depends on how the total market cap chart moves. So I can't really give you an update. There's not much price action above down here. But what I can say is we can use the total market cap chart to help us understand where Ethereum's going to go, because this is currently in no man's territory. This is all new price action above down here. So I'll keep you guys updated on the short. In summary, what I'd probably want to see in Ethereum is a huge move up, mass liquidations, because we know we have liquidity resting above down here now, and people probably shorted their positions down here. But at the same time, we're going to be getting extreme greed, which will probably push Ethereum back up. When we get the move up, I want to see a simple model of a liquidity, break of market structure, liquidity sweep above, break of market structure down here, price comes back into a key PD array, OTE level. We'll look to short down here. We either have our stop loss down here or at the all-time high, and we'll look for the move down. I will discuss the targets with you once I get a bit more price action, but this is also looking pretty good as well. So if you're interested, please can you like, share and comment, and if you're in any of the trades that I called out, please let me know.